Welcome to Matt Holman Golf, my left-hand low chipping drill. This is a great drill to get you releasing the shaft correctly. So guys like Simon Dyson on the European Tour, and Matt Fitzpatrick that just won the US Amateur, this is a drill I know that they practice a lot, and coaches like Pete Cowan certainly advocate. Pete Cowan has taught the likes of Louis Oosthuizen, Lee Westwood, Darren Clark, Charles Schwartz, and many more. So, really where this drill is great by reversing the hands. If we now actually lean the handle too much through impact, so what I mean by that is the angle that we start with, we want to return similar to that. Now, if the handle gets a little ahead of the starting point, which I'm doing here, there's not really any problem. That's going to create a slightly more descending angle of attack and going to ensure that we get ball then ground contact. What we're looking for about 2 centimeters past impact is for the shaft to create a straight line. So we're sort of getting that in that sort of phase, 2 centimeters past impact. Now, if we start to lean the shaft more than that through impact, Pete Cowan would use the term, you're driving the shaft too much, and really what he means by that, we're getting too much lean in the shaft through impact, and then the leading edge of the club will start to dig in. So even though we may actually get ball then ground contact, the problem is our second point, which is the point where the club head strikes the ground. Our first strike point is where it hits the ball, then we hit the ground after. The club head's going to tend to dig in too much. I know many guys that try this drill that I've got to practice, they tend to top or shank to start with because the handle is just leading the club head way too much through impact. But as they hit more shots, they'll learn to, again from this phase in the downswing, learn to get the shaft more similar to where it was at address and use the bounce more in the chip shot. Now it's bounce that's creating spin. It's the bounce that will allow the club head to glide through the grass and not dig in. I'm here in Florida on this Bermuda ground. If we get any sort of leading edge, the club will just stick into the ground. So it's very important that we don't overly lean the shaft through impact. That's often taught. So here again, I'm allowing that shaft to release. We can use the bounce and the club doesn't dig in, and you can see there the way I've hit that, there's not really, haven't taken any sort of divot, we're just sort of grazing the grass.